Welcome to a new episode of the 90s Middle Gamer, where we stay hydrated and play video games. This video is not going to be anything video game related, just some stuff that I happen to find on Temu. More Temu trash, actually. At this point, I'm just experimenting with the channel and see what works best. I bought a pair of allegedly AI smart glasses and an Apple Watch knockoff. Once again, I am not really expecting much, so let's get started.
And then the Lord said,
I want to see your tiny head.
Based off the metrics of my last video, Temu videos seem to perform very well, and I might just make it a mainstay for the channel. The items that you see on screen right now are AI smart translation glasses and a smartwatch. I highly doubt that those glasses are actually translation glasses, and the watch is supposed to rival that of the Apple Watch. I highly doubt any of those are possible, because this was $10.53. Keep in mind this is Temu that we're talking about. In case you're wondering what all those markings are all over the box, I went ahead and blacked out my address because of, well, the obvious. I don't need anybody showing up randomly to my house. I don't expect anybody would, but the safety concern. You get it. Every single item that I've bought on Temu has not been delivered by a well-known delivery company. What I mean by that is UPS, FedEx, or USPS. Instead, it's been delivered by companies called SpeedX and GoFo, G-O-F-O. And they're not very good. I mean, not that I expected much from Temu anyway, but there's a problem within their company whenever they're throwing my packages 30 feet from my door to land on my porch. And I know this because I have security cameras set up around my house. Am I going to complain about it to the delivery companies? More than likely no. But what I am going to do is provide voiceover content while I'm unwrapping this box here. And I also didn't like how it did not come in any kind of packaging whatsoever. It was just wrapped together with duct tape and thrown on my porch. I mean, if somebody would have stolen it, it would not have been a total loss because this was only a little over $10. That AI logo that you see right above the glasses there is really just a sticker, like they just peeled it off and stuck it on this box to make it look a little bit more flashy. I will say that the box feels quite sturdy. I'll give it that much. Please excuse all the manual zooming and the focusing. My studio, or makeshift studio, is not really the greatest. I'm impressed that it's powered through a USB-C cord. I was not expecting that. Thumbs up. Well, here it is. A pair of AI smart translation glasses. Not really all that impressive. What it really is just a pair of oversized sunglasses with some speakers built into the temples. We're going to look into that a little bit later though. Just by how the glasses feel in my hand, I can already tell these are not very durable at all. They will break very easily. Very similar to that of movie theater 3D glasses. The total contents of the box included the sunglasses themselves, the USB-C power cord, and an instruction manual. I'm surprised it even came with that. I don't know if they pre-charged the battery before they shipped it, but I'm going to let it charge for about an hour or so and then we'll come back to it. For this, I'm going to use my handy dandy power supply that I used in my Temu Sega Genesis video. I absolutely love this thing, it is so useful. For this portion of the video, I need to mute the background music so you can hear the audio coming from the sunglasses. I can confirm that these supposed AI sunglasses do work, but not as advertised. They play music and they are sunglasses, and that's about as far as it goes. And they don't even look that good. They look like I have alien eyes. As for the whole translation glasses part, no, they don't do any of that. This is trash. You are much better off getting a pair of cheap sunglasses from the gas station. Coming up next is this device that came bundled with the AI sunglasses. It is a smartwatch that supposedly does everything that the Apple Watch does. I highly doubt that though. Not that I have to keep mentioning it every 30 seconds, but this is from Temu and it was only $10.53. I think I'm saying it to remind myself not to expect much coming from these things. I'm a guy that loves tech and I like having the latest and greatest smart devices in my home. Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of money to be going out and buying these new devices every year. So I go out and I do it every 3 to 4 years or so. Right now I have the iPhone 17 and the Apple Watch Series 9. The box art is really giving, I'm not trying to be Apple, but I'm also wanting to be Apple at the same time. You see it says Watch 8 Pro, and the device on the box is clearly an Apple Watch. And the giveaway that this is truly something generic and mass-produced is the fact that it says smartwatch on the side. Yeah, I'm not buying that. Well, I did, but yeah, you know what I mean. Apple is known for having some pretty good watch bands. They are really, really durable. And the one here in this box is clearly trying to imitate the watch band from Apple. But trust me, it looks and feels nothing like it. I can easily tear this thing apart. Altogether, the box includes the watch itself, the watch band, and that little charging plate right there, whatever you want to call it, which is powered by USB. The best way to describe the watch itself would be hollow. It really feels like there's absolutely nothing inside. It feels empty. Once again, this is Temu, so yeah. This is a very unique way to charge the device. The device itself goes onto that plate, and that plate plugs into a USB wall charger. I wanted you guys to see what I'm actually working with here. The backside of this fake Apple Watch looks really good, but unfortunately it's all just for design. As you see on the backside, there are two little contacts that come into contact with those two prongs that are on the plate, and that plate plugs into a USB wall charger. The band itself feels super cheap, super flimsy, but we are still going to use it. I'm going to see how well it holds up. I am 100% positive that this fake Apple Watch was shipped with no charge. I really wouldn't be surprised. So we're going to need to plug it up, add some charge to it, and then we can finally test it out. To help me out with this, I'm just going to use my handy dandy power supply that I used for my previous Temu video. You know, the one with the fake Genesis? It actually came in handy. So let's see if it'll do the job. Even though it was plugged in just for a few seconds, it was enough to power the whole device. And it powered on very quickly, which tells me there's not really much going on underneath the hood of this device. This thing is complete trash, I can already tell. We're going to let this charge up for a little bit and then we'll come back to it. By now I have let the watch charge for maybe about an hour or so. I don't know, I think I got distracted while it was charging. I don't know really. And right off the bat, I can tell this watch is just complete trash. The screen doesn't stay on for very long, and the times that it was on, the screen was unresponsive. It would not register when I would touch the screen. I feel like most of the apps that were on the watch were just there for design purposes and doesn't really actually do anything. There were a few apps that I was trying to open, and when it did open, it said null. It did register my heart rate though, and it said it was about 70 beats per minute, which is about average for a resting heart rate or when I'm sitting down. So maybe it is actually pretty useful, but not really. Of all the things to actually work on this watch, the QR code seemed to work the best. And I guess that I need to download an additional app in order for this watch to function properly, but I'm not actually going to do that because I will not be using this watch at all. The app that it's requesting me to download onto my phone is called FitPro. The website that it took me to is riddled with ads, which tells me that the app itself will be riddled with ads too. No, I'm not doing any of that. And just for good measure, so you can see for yourself, here is a side-by-side comparison between the real deal Apple Watch and the fake Apple Watch. And the difference is very obvious in quality and durability. And functionality too. And so this concludes this video of Temu Trash. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing to the channel, drop a like, and drop a comment. I know I'll be taking a shot in the dark here, but I want to go ahead and say this. I like to run this channel solo, and I plan on keeping it that way. But if there are anybody that wants to collaborate on making a video, please hit me up. My email is going to be in the description below. I am willing to work with you. And as always, the way I end all my videos, we're going to chug this water. I love y'all, and stay hydrated. Stay tuned for my next video.